We are back with part 7 of the Blu-ray collection. Today we are just finishing up this shelf, which is getting through a lot more of the T's. Now, as I stated previously when I started this, any movie that starts with the word "the," they go under T. Sorry, articles count. So, we have Tekken, Kazuya's Revenge. I have not seen that. The Second, that was alright. The Fifth Wave, that was also pretty good. The 41-Year-Old Virgin who knocked up Sarah Marshall and felt super bad about it. This is a parody movie made by the same schmuck that did the, oh my god, the other one that I talked about that I can't remember. The 5,000 Fingers of Dr. T, haven't seen that yet. The Accountant, great movie. The Addams Family and Addams Family Values, two phenomenal movies. And then the new Addams Family, awesome. I can't wait for the next one coming out this year. The Adjustment Bureau, haven't watched that yet. The Age of Adeline, really, really good. The Amazing Spider-Man and The Amazing Spider-Man 2. Both are really good. I do have the rest of the Spider-Mans, they're up there. Let me see, how can I do this? Do I have to go? Yeah, sort of. Alright, sorry guys. We have the remake of the Amityville Horror, which I've never seen. The Apple, haven't seen that yet either. The Artist, I know it's a somewhat classic right now, but I have not seen that. The Art of Racing in the Rain, really good. The Assassination of Jesse James by the coward Robert Ford. I have not seen that yet. The A-Team, I remember that being pretty good. The Aviator, a somewhat modern classic that I haven't seen yet. The Banana Splits movie, this movie is off the walls. I kind of hope they do a follow-up to it. The Bank Job, haven't watched that yet. The Beach Bum, absolutely love that movie. The Benchwarmers, so stupid but so funny. The Best of WW, what is it, F or E in your house? No pay-per-view series blew the roof off the 90s like WWE in your house. Nice. The Big Lebowski, that's in my top 10. I absolutely love that movie. The Big Short, great movie. The Big Sick, I love this movie. Very, very sweet. The Big Ugly, that was decent. The Black Coat's Daughter, awesome, awesome movie. The Blacklist, the complete first season. Haven't watched any of this yet, and kind of stupid that I picked this up. I only picked it up for $1. Because I think only the first 2 or 3 seasons are on Blu-ray, the rest are on DVD. The Blind Side, I have not watched that. The Bling Ring, great, great movie. The Blues Brothers, I know it's a classic, but I have not seen that yet. The Bodyguard, this I have seen, this was pretty fun. The Boondock Saints, classic. And then the Boondock Saints 2, All Saints Day. This one a lot of people hate. I actually really enjoy. The Boss, it's decent. The Bourne Ultimate Collection. This obviously comes with the Bourne Identity, Bourne Supremacy, Bourne Ultimatum, Bourne Legacy, and Jason Bourne. 5 really, really good movies. The Bounty Hunter, pretty fun. The Boy Next Door, absolutely stupid, but it's fun. The Breakfast Club, classic. I just feel like this movie's starting to get a little overhyped. The Brothers Grimsby, that's not too bad. The Butterfly Effect, I have not seen that yet. The Cable Guy, absolutely awesome. I picked this Blu-ray up for like $10, and I didn't realize until I got home that apparently this is out of print and it goes for a lot of money, so that's interesting. The Cabin in the Woods. If you're a fan of like meta horror movies, you'll absolutely love this. Great movie. The Campaign. That's a fun one. The Canyons, the unrated director's cut. Pretty terrible. The Change Up. That's all right. The Chaperone. I haven't watched that yet. This is an Asylum title called The Coed and the Zombie Stoner. No idea. The Commuter. Pretty decent Liam Neeson movie. The Condemned. And The Condemned 2. 2 movies I have not yet watched. The Courier. This is not the Benedict Cumberbatch one, although I do have that one. Spoiler. This is the one that Grindstone and Lionsgate did. Both Couriers are done by Lionsgate, which is interesting. This is a really solid action movie. I would highly recommend that. The Counselor, really weird, but I really like it. The Craft, great movie. Come on. The Craft Legacy, the decent enough sequel. This is a cool box set. From Scream Factory, we got the Critters Collection. This comes with Critters, Critters 2, the main course, Critters 3, and Critters 4. All are goofy, all are cheesy, all are so much fun. Even the new one is. I do have that one, but it's under just regular old C for Critters Attack. The Crow, fantastic movie. I do have the other ones. They're on DVD, though. The Dark and the Wicked, pretty solid, like, folksy horror movie, if you want to call it that. The Dark Crystal, amazing movie. Absolutely loved that one. The Deadlands, I haven't watched that yet. The Dark Knight Trilogy, this comes with Batman Begins, The Dark Knight, and The Dark Knight Rises. 3 phenomenal movies. The Death of Superman, pretty decent. Picked this up for $1 at Dollar Tree, so not too bad. The Debt, haven't seen that yet. The Deer Hunter, phenomenal movie. The Defiant Ones, fantastic documentary miniseries. Highly recommend that one. Triple feature of The Delta Force, Missing in Action, and Missing in Action 2, The Beginning. All 3 pretty decent. I do have Missing in Action 3, and I have Delta Force 2 and 3, but they're all on DVD. The Departed, one of my all-time favorites. The Descendants, I haven't watched that yet. The Devils and the Details, I have not watched that yet either. The Devil's Rejects, my all-time favorite horror movie. I love that one so much. The Devil Wears Prada, that's fine. The Diary of Anne Frank, I know that's a classic, but I haven't watched that yet. The Disaster Artist, absolutely love that movie. The Divergent series Allegiant, and the Divergent series Insurgent. All 3 of those movies are pretty decent. However, they got really greedy in their last movie. Canceled. So, The Doorman, pretty decent. The Double, I haven't watched that yet. The Dream Team, I also have not watched that yet. The D Train, I like that one a lot. The Edge of 17, really, really good. This movie is a must-see, absolute must-see. The End of the Tour, really awesome, awesome movie. Highly recommend it. The Equalizer and The Sequelizer. The Equalizer 2. I like both of those a lot. Double feature of The Evil Dead and Evil Dead 2, 2 classics. The Exorcist, classic. Absolutely love this movie. I actually learned today, apparently this was well known, I had no idea, the radiologist who plays the radiologist in this movie, he was a real radiologist, was like a murderer, so that's interesting. The Expendables, the theatrical cut, and then the director's cut. The reason why I have both is because The theatrical cut has special features that are not carried over to the extended cut. The Expendables 2 and the Expendables 3. Awesome trilogy of movies. Absolutely love those. The second one is by far the best. The Express, haven't watched that yet. The Faculty, so good. Oh, just amazing. Absolutely love this movie. You got a stacked 90s cast, including a very young Jordana Brewster. You got Josh Hartnett. You got Usher Baby. You got Elijah Wood. You got a lot of great people in this movie. That's a great movie. The Fanatic. It is what it is. I enjoyed it. The Farewell, great movie. The Fast and the Furious. I found the steelbook cheap on clearance. I like the art style of it. And then just the standard edition. The Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift. And The Fate of the Furious. I love all the movies, even the new one. The Fault in Our Stars. It's fine. I hated Paper Towns, though. Absolutely horrible movie. The Fighter. Loved that movie. So great. Another one I highly recommend. The Final Girls. Oh, this is just a really awesome movie. Highly recommend that one. The 5-Year Engagement. Haven't watched that yet. The Flash, the complete first season. Haven't seen any of that. I still need to get the other seasons. Come on. The Fluffy Movie. Great stand-up movie with Gabriel Iglesias. The Fourth Kind, haven't watched that. I hear it's terrible, but we'll see. The Frozen Ground, I haven't seen that yet. The Fugitive, great movie. The Gallows, pretty decent. I have seen the very unnecessary sequel, Gallows Part 2, or Gallows Act 2. It's alright. The Gambler, really good. The Gangster, I haven't watched that yet. The Gentleman, awesome movie. Love that movie. The Gift, another great movie. The Girl on the Train, that's pretty good. The Girl in the Spider's Web, this was fine. I didn't have too much of a problem with this. They tried making it too much like the Jason Bourne movies, and instead of just trying to be a Lisbeth Salander movie. The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, this is the American remake, great movie. I'm ashamed to say I have not seen the originals. The Giver, pretty decent. Then we have the Godfather set. This comes with all 3 of the movies. So such great movies, even the third one. And then this they recently came out with. This is the Godfather Coda, The Death of Michael Corleone. This is Godfather 3. This is just a new cut of the movie. They said, Coppola apparently says that this is the version of the movie that he wants out there. I mean, I'm happy with owning 2 different versions of the movie, but we'll see. I have not watched that yet. The Good Dinosaur, great movie. The Good Shepherd, have not watched that yet. The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, a phenomenal movie. Triple feature set of The Goonies, rest in peace, Richard Donner. Gremlins and Gremlins 2, The New Batch, all 3 of these are fantastic movies. The Great Gatsby, love that one. The Great Escape, I know it's a classic, but I have not watched that yet. The Greatest Showman, this is one of my all-time favorite movies, and I did find the steelbook of it. The Green Berets, pretty decent. The Green Hornet, this movie's awesome, so underrated. The Green Mile, classic. The Grudge, this is the newer one. I thought this was fine. I didn't have too much of a problem with it. Although the Grudge movies have never been... They've always been just fine. I never have too much of a problem with them, so They're just sort of there. The Guard of Auschwitz, I haven't seen that yet. The Guest, great movie. The Guilt Trip, haven't seen that. The Gun in Betty Lou's Handbag, I have not watched that yet. The Hangover, great movie. The Hangover Part 2, which is the first ever Blu-ray I got, and it shows. Decent, and also decent, The Hangover Part 3. The Happening, have not seen that yet. The Happy Time Murders, I love that one a lot. The Hateful Eight, great movie. Kind of a missed opportunity to call Fast and Furious 8 The Fateful 8. So, I don't know. A little bit of a missed opportunity. The Hate U Give, love that movie. The book is great too. The Haunting of Sharon Tate, this is by Daniel Farrens. He also did The Murder of Nicole Brown Simpson last year, and spoiler alert, he has a Ted Bundy movie coming out this year. I gave him a pass with this. I didn't think that this was too awful, considering that a lot of it is inspired by like Sharon Tate's like dreams and stuff. So it's an interesting like what if sort of movie, like imagining those dreams. I'll tell you what though, The Murder of Nicole Brown Simpson is wretched. So, The Heat, great movie. The Help, another great movie. The High Note, that's pretty decent. The Hills Have Eyes, the remake duology. I really enjoyed the remake. The Hills Have Eyes 2 was just okay. And no, I have not seen the originals. I know. Just come out and shoot me. The Hit List, haven't watched that yet. The Hitman's Bodyguard, pretty decent. I did see the sequel, which I also enjoyed. The Horseman, I haven't seen this yet. If you guys remember, there was a channel that I used to watch. He doesn't make videos anymore, which is a shame because I loved him. Booger Boy Meister. He did like a bunch of horror stuff and video game stuff and movie stuff. He talked about this movie once, and he said it was a really, really good, brutal revenge movie. And I saw this for $1 one day, and I'm like, wow, I remember him talking really good things about it. So, haven't watched it yet, though. The Host, decent movie. The House, another decent movie. The House Bunny, I haven't watched that yet. The House of the Devil, really good movie. Wow. Yeah, really, really liked that one a lot. The House with a Clock in its Walls, that's pretty decent. The Humanity Bureau, that's all right. The Human Tornado, haven't watched that yet. That's the sequel to Dolomite. The Hunger Games Deluxe Edition, this comes with more special features. I love all four of the Hunger Games movies, excuse me. I do have them all, but they're in a set, and they don't really fit well on the shelf. The Hunt, great movie. The Hunter's Prayer, pretty decent. The Hurt Locker, haven't watched that yet. The Hustle, it wasn't bad. The Iceman, haven't watched that yet. Just take them all out, why not? The Imitation Game, great movie. The Incantation, I haven't seen that yet. The Incredible Burt Wonderstone, solid movie. The Incredible Hulk, another really good movie. The Infiltrator, pretty decent. Switching hands. The Informant, haven't watched that yet. The Informer, really, really good. This was supposed to go to theaters, and then another company sort of like picked it up right when the COVID pandemic hit. But wow, that was a really great movie. The Intern, very underrated. This I haven't seen. The International. Do two at a time, why not? The Internship, I like that one. Sometimes you need a good comfort movie like that. The Interview, really solid. The Intruder, dumb fun. I'm excited because the director of that, I believe it's the director of that, right? No. Someone is directing a movie for BET called Karen, and that looks ridiculous. The Invention of Lying, really decent. The reason why I brought that up is because Karen looks like the intruder. The Invisible Man, great movie. The Irishman, phenomenal movie. This was the first movie I ever watched on Netflix. That's the whole reason why I signed up for it, so awesome. Oh no, it's backwards. Can't have that. What is this? The Iron Giant. I know it's a semi-classic, but I have not watched that yet. The Island. Also have not watched that yet. The Italian Job remake. I also haven't watched that one yet. I know I'm slacking. This is this pretty little beauty right here. This is the James Bond collection. They did two versions of these, one with Spectre, one without Spectre. This one has Spectre. There we go. So those are all of the James Bond movies. The Jesus Rolls, it was all right. It's a very unnecessary follow-up to The Big Lebowski. He really didn't need his own movie, though. The Judge, really liked that one. The Jungle Book remake, it was the same thing as the original, so why even remake it? It was fine. If you think that was... If you think I was as unimpressed with that one, wait until we get to Lion King. The Jurassic Dead, haven't seen this yet. The only thing worse than a zombie is a zombie-saurus. Whatever. Oh, this was a solid movie. The Kid Detective, really, really fun. Double feature of The Killer and Hard Boiled. Haven't seen The Killer yet, but Hard Boiled is one of the greatest action movies of all time. The Killing Fields, pretty... no, actually I haven't seen that. The Kingdom, I haven't watched that yet. The King of Staten Island, great movie. Come on, get back in there. The Kings of Summer, I remember that being just okay. The Kitchen, really decent. The Last Blockbuster, this is a phenomenal documentary. It is available to watch on Netflix, but you don't get the cool special features. But this is an awesome documentary, one I'll be watching again and again. The Last Exorcism, haven't seen that yet. The Last 5 Years, phenomenal movie. The Last Samurai, have not seen that yet. The Last Sentinel, not very good from what I remember. The Last Song, never seen that. The Last Stand, really fun movie. And now for the last of the last, The Last Witch Hunter, pretty decent. The Lego Batman movie, phenomenal. One of the, probably the best Lego movie made. The Lego Movie. The Lego Movie 2, the second part. And the Lego Ninjago movie. All of those are a lot of fun. But if you ask me, Lego Batman movie is the best. The Life Between Her Eyes, I haven't seen that yet. The original Lion King, great movie. I'm going to put the camera down for a second. I hope you guys can still hear me. That is the Diamond Edition Blu-ray of The Lion King, and from what I'm told, that is not the version of the movie to have on Blu-ray, because apparently that one has got a whole bunch of, like, tech problems with it. Sorry, I'm trying to fix something. Oh, well, I can sort of stay like that. Sorry, tried to fix something. Wasn't working. But the original's great. The Lion King remake. It was fine. It's technically not even live action. But this is the whole point of why people are against Disney live action remakes as a thing. It's because of movies like this. It was the same exact movie. You didn't do anything different. You didn't do anything to try and differentiate it from the original. It wasn't like Mulan, where they made it a big martial arts epic. It wasn't like Aladdin, where they made it like a full-on Bollywood-type musical. It wasn't like the Maleficent movies where it was something completely different altogether. No, this was just the same thing. So, yeah, whatever. That's my rant. The Little Mermaid, great movie. The Little Things, I really like that one. Thelma and Louise, classic. The Lodge, great movie. Riley Keough can do no wrong right now. I just saw her in Zola. The Loft, pretty decent. The Lone Ranger, I liked that one a lot. The Longest Day, haven't seen that yet. The Longest Ride, that's pretty decent. The Longest Week, have not watched that yet. The Long Riders, it's pretty decent. The Lost Boys, classic. Rest in peace, Joel Schumacher. The Lucky One, haven't watched that one yet, although I've heard pretty stupid things. Excuse me, the Magnificent Seven collection. This comes with the original Magnificent Seven, Return of the Magnificent Seven, Guns of the Magnificent Seven, and the Magnificent Seven Ride. The original is fantastic. The other three are just okay. And then we have the remake, which is awesome. I really enjoyed that one. The Manchurian Candidate, that's the original. Haven't seen that yet. The Man from U.N.C.L.E., great movie. The Man with the Iron Fists, I remember that being a lot of fun. The Man with the Iron Fists 2, that's a movie I have not seen. The Marine, really, really fun movie. I absolutely love that one. Dumb comfort movie, I love it. The Marine 2, which is alright. And then these are the 4 that they did with The Miz. The Marine 3, Homefront. The Marine 4, Moving Target. The Marine... Come on. The Marine 5, Battleground, which also has Bo Dallas, Curtis Axel, all them people. And then the final one, the Marine 6, Close Quarters. This one has Shawn Michaels and Becky Lynch. The Marksman, solid movie. The Matrix trilogy, this comes with the Matrix, Matrix Reloaded, and Matrix Revolutions. Matrix is a classic. The other two, well, Reloaded is fun. I like that one. Revolutions I didn't care for. And that seems to be the general consensus. The Mechanic, that's pretty good. Sorry, the lighting is going to get bad here. The Meg, also really good. 2 Jason Statham movies together. The Mel Brooks Collection, this comes with The 12 Chairs, which was pretty decent. Blazing Saddles, which is a classic. Young Frankenstein, which is a classic. Silent Movie, which is great. High Anxiety, which is great. History of the World Part 1, which is great. To Be or Not to Be, which was all right. Spaceballs, which is a classic. And Robin Hood Men in Tights, which was great. The Messengers, haven't watched that yet. The Misfits, also haven't watched that yet. The Mortuary Collection, that was a decent Shudder movie. The Mule, really, really good. The Mummy, the one with Tom Cruise, I like that one a lot. And then the Mummy trilogy with Brendan Fraser, The Mummy Returns, and The Mummy, Tomb of the Dragon Emperor. I remember the first two, but I've never seen the third one. So, there you go. The original, The Muppet Movie, great movie. And then The Muppets, which is an amazing movie. I absolutely love that one. The Music Man, never seen it. A couple more here. The Narrows, also haven't seen it. The Negotiator, great, great movie. And we will finish up part 7 here, if I can get this back in, with The Next 3 Days, which is pretty good. So that's it for part 7. Stay tuned for the final part, which I'm pretty sure I'm just going to knock out right after this. The final part, we are going to do this entire shelf. Finishes up the alphabet. Stay tuned.